Alright, hey guys. So, I got 7 clips here. We had a really good showing last week. Well, I mean, our best showing. Not quite a victory, but our Emerald game, while not perfect, was better than a lot of our scrim efforts and stuff. Really proud that we brought it close, but even though it wasn't a victory, we can definitely build on it. Having 2 close halves compared to like losing our games 17-5. It's always good to look at the positive going forward. That being said, I got 7 clips here. Just gonna go through them. I would go through them with you guys, but I figured since it's just 7 clips, no bother taking up scrim time just to go through them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play them through. So each clip I go through, play through once. Then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna break that clip down after the once through, and I'm gonna explain my reasoning. So let's go through the first clip. So it's nothing at this point. 1.5 minutes in.
Get a block, doesn't quite come. Uber hits the snipe dead on. Nice return from Neb. VZ gonna back out and hit that boost. Tries to split between. No! Very close to being out past 3. Project, though, has an opportunity. Coming in, looking to boost on the outside wall. Not quite there for him. 3 in base for Knights of Capilat as Neb comes into base. Power-ups are going to be spawning here in just about 5 seconds or so. Let's see what small caps decide to do. Neb coming off the wall. The bomb! It's there, and there's the first cap of the game. Small caps take a 1-0 lead.
Alright. Cancel that. Goddamn. Alright, so.
Get up.
Alright, so you're going to see here, I'm just going to look at Wheel and Timmy, not picking on him, but he just happens to be regrab at the time.
Get a block, doesn't quite come.
Blue Bear gets a nice return. So we have 2 chasers up here. They have an anti that's going to leave. Paul.
Bear
Fairly safe position here.
hits the snipe dead on.
But from this standpoint, Wheel and Timmy has no information on where the FC is. And what he tries to do is kind of puzzling. Because as you can see, Neb's leaving, Taco Ball is spawning down here. Now, if you're on the flag tile here, and FC gets returned, look at how much space you could have had if you were waiting on the flag tile. You don't really need to initiate this contact or try to close this gap early. If he starts heading your way and tries to get like that momentum over your way, maybe that's when you come and close it out. Try to get yourself better positioned for the flag. But since he's spawning, you don't need to come down here and give him that momentum early.
Nice return from.
And it doesn't help that you kind of reinitiate the contact. So you essentially, in this scenario, you played anti on yourself. Because there is
Hits the snipe dead on.
There's a chance here that Taco doesn't even play regrab in the first place. As you can see,
nice.
He was even holding down and left. So if you're waiting here, not only I might be over breaking that down, but essentially you're just playing it on yourself. They end up getting a quick return on Paul, and they're reset off of that. That's not a huge issue. Let's just
return from Neb. VZ gonna back out and hit that boost. Tries to split between. No! Very close to being out past 3. Project, though, has an opportunity. Coming in, looking to boost on.
So I think we could play anti here. We have numbers in base. That's gonna go back to where. So Sunbelt can
very close to being out past.
Either play anti here, and Phoenix can stay ahead, or since Neb is initiating contact and Phoenix pushing him backwards.
Past 3.
At this moment, he knows either Paul needs to know that he's chasing, or Phoenix needs to know that Paul is chasing. Either in communication. So that Phoenix can circle around, play a little anti-neb. Or some Paul just stays back, knowing that Phoenix will probably try to get ahead. But that communication there needs to happen. But
Project, though, has an opportunity.
that's just a little thing. That's not really much to...
Coming in, looking to boost on the outside wall.
That.
Not quite there for him. 3 in base for... Not quite there for him. To boost on the outside wall.
Kind of force grab.
Not quite there for
yeah,
him.
3 OD, but that's alright.
3 in base for Knights of Capital as Neb comes into base. Power up.
Alright. Yeah, this is where it happens. So, 3 OD, 1 in base.
They're going to be spawning here in just about 5
Good force down here. This is going to force Neb down.
seconds or so. Let's see what small caps decide.
As you can notice, you have both your OD here.
To do.
Neb takes a... Oh my god. So Neb takes a good bounce here. But I see this a lot, just in general, where people see this bomb and they're like, oh hey, the bomb's here, I gotta defuse this right away. That might not necessarily be the case.
Let's see what small caps decide to do. Neb coming up!
It ends up boosting both offense and defense away from the FC. He ends up taking the inside lane for the capture.
Off the wall, the bomb! It's there, and there's the first cap of the game! Small caps take a 1-0 lead.
I could probably turn that down.
Get a block, doesn't quite come. Uber hits the snipe dead on.
Whelan Timmy plays anti-hunt himself.
Nice return from Neb. VZ
Good return.
gonna back out and hit that boost. Tries to split between. No.
We could probably calm
Very close
here
to being out.
about who plays regrab, especially since they have a reset flag. We don't need 4 people in their base.
Past 3.
Decide the point.
Project though has an opportunity. Coming in, looking to boost on the outside
Kind of
wall.
unnecessary grab. That's heat of moment type thing.
3 in
no
base
big
for
deal.
Knights of Capital as Neb comes into base.
Good
Power-ups are going to be spawning
there.
here in just about
Forces
5 seconds or so.
Low.
Let's see what small caps
Some Paul maybe comes out, but
decide
this
to do.
bomb unnecessary.
Neb coming off the wall, the bomb! It's there, and there's the first cap of the game. Small cap.
Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright. Close that out. Alright, let this one play out.
Surely he's communicating that.
And this is like 15 seconds after they score, so we end up picking a Tiger Crow, they end up picking a Rolling Bomb.
There it is, VZ. Out ahead of 3. They've got anti. It's a return for cap, but Phoenix swung 5 with that tag pro, just keeping him at bay. Taco trying for the snipe, not gonna work out. Move air in base now. VZ, they've got the anti for small caps. Oh, a good block on Whelan Timmy from Neb, and VZ whirls around the defense for a cap. That's a 2-0.
Alright, so let's restart.
Surely
So we pick up a tag.
he's communicating that.
It's fairly late.
There it is,
so
VZ.
Phoenix does a good job
Out ahead of
protecting
3.
here.
They've got anti.
That's the right thing. He's protecting his FC because they have anti with a Rolling Bomb FC. So that's
It's a
good.
return
on
for
his
cap,
part.
but Phoenix swung 5 with that tag pro, just keeping him at bay. Taco
So here is where the issues start to arise.
trying for the snipe, not gonna work out.
They're playing anti. We have one playing anti-re as well. So we have 2 people in their base. Maybe one of us tries to leave, but I think my issue more so goes around, especially since we have no one chasing FC. Ideally, either you don't have anti, you have 2 people chasing. Maybe he's close enough where maybe regrab can get off at here as long as he stays ahead and helps get a return. Or the FC has to come kiss. Now they're playing anti here. Pretty sure this is calmed by either one or both of those guys. But instead, I think Moobear's saying return for cap here, return for cap here. Besides the
Base now,
force, they end up getting a reset. Some Paul does an okay job forcing here. He probably, at this point, he doesn't need to come all the way around. That's just a little detail. I guess the big takeaway is we shouldn't have forced here because we were nowhere near return. So cap was definitely not happening unless some sort of fluke of the imagination, Neb gets baited and wheel and bombs him into a spike. But that wasn't happening, so we shouldn't have forced here.
Move Baron base now. VZ, they've got.
So that ends up to Wheel and Timmy being, still in a good position. VZ's gonna go around the back here.
The anti for small caps.
He kind of settles in a little bit, but it's a good block on Nib. And then
Oh, a good
Sunfall's
block!
Forced to end up taking maybe a kind of a needless desperation bomb, whereas
VZ, they've got the anti for small caps.
he probably could have just walked over top, covered that top area, and made up enough ground.
Oh, a good block on Wheel and Tim.
Yeah, but then it just ends up missing. I'm not so mad about the bomb. Or not, I'm not mad at all. I guess the issue isn't with the bomb, it's more so we had no regrab. We had no one chasing. We had anti, and we're trying to force a cap that wasn't there in the first place. So because that's happened a lot this season, where we're trying to force something that isn't there. So that's a little bit on our FCs to be aware that we're not in a position to cap. And in that case, take a lap. If we have anti, maybe kiss. And maybe over here, I don't know, make it more urgent that we don't have a regrab. It's not really on these guys at all. It's more so making sure that
Timmy from Neb and VZ
we are aware.
whirls around the defense.
Oh, crap,
For a
these
cap, that's a 2-0.
replays are hella loud. But yeah. Bad comms. Not really bad comms, but bad awareness on the FC's standpoint. So
3, they've got anti. Keeping him
just
at
making
bay.
sure I
Taco
didn't miss anything.
trying for the snipe. Not gonna work out.
Yeah, no, never mind. So there wasn't any bad comms here. I'm pretty sure I remember them calling it for anti. So let's just move on. Alright. So bad power up usage, sloppy force capture.
Lot wanted. And Moobear is going to pick up a tag pro. And Phoenix Funk 5 should have the bottom pup uncontested. It is a rolling bomb. So that's a win for Knights of Caplot. Couple of flacets coming out for KOC. And nice play by Neb to pin himself on the wall. VZ! Oh! He saw it. He wanted it. But he didn't get it. Instead, he'll just sit on that boost, waiting for the anti. Oh, the return comes, and it's going to be a cap regardless. Everything going small cap's way, and now Taco Ball.
Alright, so this is kind of another sample of forcing. And a little bit of sloppiness on our end, because we won both pups that round. It was a tag front rolling. Could use them a hell of a lot better. So, good fights here. Mooberry boosting up the right time.
Mooberry's going to pick up tag pro.
Phoenix in good enough position
And
to
Phoenix
win
Funk 5
rolling.
should have the bottom pup.
So they get a grab.
And Mooberry's going to pick up a tag pro.
Maybe could have came back, but I like the fact that instead of trying to rush back, he stays ahead. So that little detail, that's alright.
And Phoenix Funk 5 should have the bottom pup uncontested. It is a rolling bomb. So that's a win for Knights of Cap. Rolling bomb. So that's a win for Knights of Cap. Rolling bomb.
Alright. So let's focus back here.
Phoenix Funk 5 should have the bottom pup uncontested. It is a rolling bomb. So that's a win for Knights of Cap.
2 unnecessary grabs, considering we have both a tag pro and a rolling bomb. Maybe one of them, probably Sunfall, maybe Wheelan. One of those guys should probably peel out of there. Or stay around the flag, which is fine because they're not getting beat by the FC. Instead, they both grab.
Caplot. Couple.
So here, Phoenix is gonna bomb towards the corner. Neb does a good thing here. He sets himself directly behind the flag. So what that does is, since Phoenix will probably bomb right into the flag,
Flacid's coming out for KOC.
that happens. Quick double tap. With that, you don't need a bomb into a grab, especially since that gives you a better chance of being defused. So you either, if you want to bomb that way, be a little bit more patient. Maybe let Boom Bear get lined up with Neb, so you bomb into him to Moo Bear to get Neb. But in general, you could have probably just walked up and grabbed. Either that, or if you really felt like you needed to defuse that, since you have a defender spawning here, bomb up, and then maybe get a little bit of momentum heading towards bottom.
Flacid's coming out for KOC, and nice play by Neb to pin himself on the wall.
Moo Bear gets really lucky here that VZ doesn't hit that boost. I think VZ hits that 9 times out of 10. Any good F-guard player miners will hit that 9 times out of 10. So there, he kind of wants to hang out a little bit lower. If he boosts straight up, it's a lot easier to make up that ground than if he boosts straight at flag, because if you boost straight at flag from here, you have no chance of saving that.
Easy! Oh, he saw it, he wanted it, but he didn't get it.
Bear has a good pull.
Instead, he'll just sit on that boost, waiting for the anti. Oh!
I don't know if we come anti here.
The return comes, and it's gonna be a cap regard. Return comes. On that boost, waiting for the anti. Oh! Boost. Instead.
So good grab on
Instead.
Bear. Not near return.
He'll just sit on
We
that.
have one person chasing. We have one person playing anti.
That boost, waiting for.
But that means this is kind of looks like kind of an unlucky boost, but that's kind of like that's hitting the nail on the head when it comes to Emerald, forcing something that's not there.
The anti.
We're lucky he didn't cap right there. But yeah, we didn't need to force into base there. So we should be a lot more active and just trying to kiss for a reset, or just being patient in general. Whenever we get the flag, we don't have to like run and gun. Oh, I have to get to our base as quick as possible.
Oh, the return comes, and it's gonna be a cap regardless. Everything.
Especially when we make mistakes like that, where we end up getting returned either by a solo return or a spike.
Going small cap's way, and now Taco Ball.
So next clip, because that was one of the few rounds that we won both of them. But yeah, all right, next clip.
So the lead's down to 1. Knights of Caplot fighting back this half. Taco Ball on the bottom wall coming in. This could be a cap. It could be. Oh, Moo Bear just getting the grab. Whew. That would have been a top 10 play for sure.
BDL's right there. This isn't really picking on Wheelan, but more so I've seen this in practice with like me and Phoenix, for example. And this is like a rudimentary, you learn this in novice type thing.
So the lead's down to 1.
He's got left. All Wheelan needs to do is stay right and slightly above him, and that's an easy contain return.
Of Caplot,
but he doesn't trust Paul to hold his end.
Fighting back this half. Taco Ball on the
and then they almost ended up capping off of it.
Bottom wall coming in.
But it's even this like small shit like that the good teams are gonna make you pay for. This is a good team, and they almost made us pay for it.
This could be a cap!
But Moo Bear is literally a god here. He had, other than a couple of force caps, I think he had 3 caps at half. He had a decent half. So.
Could be! Oh, Moo Bear just getting the grab.
That was almost a top 10.
Woo! That would have been a top 10 play.
But that's just basically broken contain and down low. Because we don't really trust each other. Alright, so 52 seconds left in the half. We are down 1 at this situation. I think pups are spawning.
Power-ups are spawning as Moo Bear gets the grab. Taco able to get the solo return. He's going to pick up yet another rolling bomb. And it will be defused. Project with the grab. He's going to be out past 1. Coming in off that top wall. They've got the blocks. Beautiful blocks set up in base.
Alright. So I guess a couple things.
Power-ups are spawning as Moober.
He probably shouldn't have grabbed here.
Power
But I mean, that's kind of an opportunistic grab where we probably could have potentially gotten out.
ups are spawning as
just made a good play here and got the return.
Moober gets the grab. Taco able to get the solo return. He's gonna
They end up getting top rolling.
pick up yet another rolling bomb.
And then we got a rolling diffused. Sunfall's going to spawn right about
And
here.
it will be diffused. Project with the
Sees
grab.
him. We have 3 people ahead at this point,
He's gonna be out past 1.
but he's calling out FC's going bottom. Here, let's go back like 2 seconds.
Project with the grab.
FC's going bottom.
He's gonna be out
Look
past
where
1.
everybody goes. Everybody sells bottom. Even Whelan, seeing that he has momentum going top, is sold on bottom.
Coming in off that top wall. They've got the blocks. Beautiful blocks set up in base.
And yeah, so that ended up being beautiful block setup. So, that's on our OD to communicate with Whelan and Whelan to communicate with OD. And not overcompensate on one side to go to the other.
Project with the grab.
Alright guys,
He's gonna
FC's
be out
going
past 1.
bottom. Everybody ships down low.
Coming in off that
Whelan
top
doesn't
wall.
hold
They've
that
got the
area.
blocks.
So, our OD's already sold on. FC's just gonna come bottom. I'm not worried about top. They end up coming over top. Absolutely murdering us with good blocks. But that literally could have been. That could have been prevented if Whelan wanted to force him to go bottom, since we have 2 guys in place there already. All Whelan has to do, since they're both low, is to occupy top. But since there's no communication there, he's assuming that they're in more of a diamond formation, and maybe Phoenix probably has a better idea at top. But since there's no communication there, huge lane top, we have no anti, but that's a very little point, considering that we've been trying to play a little bit less anti and trying to get more of the return.
Coming in off that top wall. They've
But
got
ends
the
up
blocks.
being capped.
Beautiful blocks set up in base.
Alright, next one. There's 2 left, so that was the end of the first half. I just got 2 from the second half. 2 clips. This one's called Bad Set Chasing. Maybe try bombing on OD.
Good communication as Knights of Capilot have a tag pro. Taco also picks one up, but he's got to stay alive as they've got that tag pro anti now. Moober leading in Phoenix Funk 5. Oh, VZ right into the spike. Taco still having to stay alive. What a move! And Project gets there just in time. Great hold there from Taco Ball. Sunpaul, though, out ahead of 3. Taco, last chance for small caps here. And VZ gets there in time. Can't connect on the snipe. Neb gets the return. Now VZ's out past 3. He's coming in from bot mid. They just need to block one off the bottom wall. VZ waltzes in for the cap. And
Alright. So here,
good communication
A little bit
as
of a bigger issue.
Knights of Capilot have a tag pro. Taco also
we get 2 pups. So this guy's gonna run right to regrab, or anti-regrab. They have flag pro.
picks one
So
up,
we
but
get this
he's got to
return.
stay alive.
We have a good chance of opening the cap, or opening the scoring. We get this cap, instead of being down 3 or down 2, we're down 1 with momentum on their side.
As they've got that tag pro
Instead,
anti now. Move
he does the right thing playing anti here.
Bear
But
leading
watch
in
what happens over
Phoenix Funk
here.
5.
This is-
Oh, VZ's right into the spike. Taco.
So what happens here, we spend way too much time just trying to gate these guys, and not enough time. Since we had a returner for cap for years, one of you two, Whelan or Sunpaul, should have ballsed up and said, alright, I'm gonna go chase, or I'm gonna regrab. But we were too concerned with trying to kill these 2 guys. These 2 guys are out of the play because they're behind.
Still having to stay alive. What a move! Right
I'll
into the
bring it
spike.
Closer again.
Anti now. Moober
So it's return for Cap. These guys are out of the play.
Leading in Phoenix Funk 5.
But, yeah. We spend way too much time in their base. This is one of those things where we have anti, but we have no one chasing.
Oh, VZ, right into the spike.
Comes off.
Taco still having...
Maybe if we get a return here, there's a Cap, but you're going return for Cap here. Taco made a good move.
To stay alive, what a move! And Project is... What a move! And Project is there just in time. Great hold there from Taco.
Sunpal's by 4 at this point.
Sunpal, though, out ahead of...
Bluebear's looking to probably defuse this block bottom. Phoenix couldn't get to the gate in time. Not that it matters.
3. Taco, last chance for small caps here.
Try to snipe
and VZ
here, which I don't mind in the slightest because that's return for Cap.
Gets there in time.
And if he hits that, we cap.
Can't connect on the snipe. Then gets the return.
That boost that sends Phoenix flying puts him behind there by 3. Now at this point,
now VZ's out past 3.
Whelan has no clue where they are. All Phoenix says is by 3, by 3, by 3, by 3. So
he's coming in from bot mid.
Whelan doesn't kind of do himself any favors just by standing here. If we go back a couple seconds, maybe he tries to bomb
past 3. He's
Taco Ball away. Get himself a little bit of separation instead of settling to the blocks right away. It's a lot easy. It's a lot harder to play OD if you're already blocked. Even if you have callouts from back here.
Coming in from bot mid.
Didn't do himself any
they just need to
here,
block one off the bottom wall.
And he ends up capping. Now, that's a little ballsy play. I'd rather something here better than nothing. So it's a little bit of, you know, you didn't get the comms from here, which is rather than being concerned about by 3, by 3, by 3, by 3, shout out where he is, then say by 3. Then Whelan can either come out this way. But since he had no information, maybe he should have tried to hit the bomb here. When there's only him and Taco here, and try to get some A, separation, and B, momentum, in order not to get settled to any blocks.
VZ waltzes in for the cap, and...
Alright. And there's one more. There are a couple unfortunate caps, but I'm not going to worry about those. But this is something we'll have to work on a little bit. Just one more missed opportunity that could have gotten us a capture, and these opportunities will probably show up again.
Decently sized lead as VZ comes in, and that'll be a reset for Knights of Caplot. Great anti by Phoenix Funk 5 as Moobear coming in past 3. They need to get VZ, but they can't block him, and a missed opportunity.
Yeah, so I cut it off a little early, but he did say missed opportunity there.
Decently sized lead as
good
VZ
anti, good OD
comes in.
We're reset,
and that'll be a reset for
Knights. He's temporarily by 4.
It's a Caplot. Great.
Phoenix comes down, takes out this boost.
Anti by
Whelan could have taken that boost, but the fact he doesn't, not a huge issue.
Phoenix Funk 5 as Moobear.
It's more so
coming in past
here. So Phoenix knows that, or Whelan knows this boost just gets diffused. I don't know if he clues in or not, but
Moobear.
VZ just takes this boost. So you know Moobear's coming this way.
Coming in past.
You don't really have to worry about anybody else boosting in. So you don't need to be on this gate any longer.
3.
What you can do, FC takes over gate, you come out early for the block.
They need to get VZ, but they can't block him.
Or another option
coming in past
is that instead of coming over top like Moobear did, he communicates with Timmy.
Past 3.
Oh, I accidentally clicked out. Moobear can come underneath here. If he communicates with Timmy to get that block, he sees the boost gone. He can run grab this block. He can come underneath Timmy here and capture.
Coming in past.
But instead, we're kind of like waiting on gate, expecting them to randomly boost in. Even though we know both boosts are diffused, we're freshly diffused, and they're not spawning for some time.
3.
So that puts Moobear in his position where he has to juke out VZ.
They need to get VZ.
VZ makes a good play and they're reset. So these are kind of opportunities that we shouldn't really pass on too much. But I mean, it's really a heat of a moment awareness thing. Phoenix probably could help out knowing that bottom boost was diffused. So he doesn't have to worry about them boosting, making a Hail Mary boost from bottom. But yeah.
Easy, but they can't block him, and a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Other than that, though, we played fairly decent on Emerald. We play Sphere next week, so I don't know what the lineups are going to look like. For Sphere, should have Coach G on loan. But yeah, it's just stuff to keep in mind. We need people chasing. We need to make sure that we have communication and we're not forcing stuff that isn't there. Because other than that, other than those 3 key things, we played actually pretty solid against these guys. So stuff to look forward to, but also keep in mind that if we put ourselves in a better position ahead of time, then we're more likely to succeed in the future as long as we communicate with each other.